Meredith?
Joe, coming into this season, did you ever think that Alex Rodriguez would have the power that he's displayed? I think they clocked that home run, or they measured that home run at about 453 feet.
Yeah, I thought he had a chance to be productive, but, what he's done this year is obviously more than I expected just because of the time off, the hip surgeries, and it's been really important to our club.
Look at the power potential from not only him, but from Mark Teixeira in the middle of the order with those two. Does it kind of make it seem like you guys are never out of a game?
Yeah, I mean, that's how you feel, and you feel that if you're struggling to score runs early, you're going to get a couple guys on and someone's going to pop one. That's kind of how it feels, and, we did it today. We got a couple home runs, and we scored 3 of our 4 runs that way, and it was a game that only one run did not come via the home run, and that's kind of what you expect from these two clubs.
With Nova, what do you think about his performance overall today?
I thought he did a good job. I actually thought his stuff was better in the 5th and the 6th than it was maybe early on in the game, and I thought he did a good job.
You look at that 5th inning, did you feel like he showed you something in particular there, walking 2 guys to lead off and then managing to get out of it unscathed?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge, what he did, and he's always capable of getting that ground ball, which was important. He got it from Machado, hit to Headley, and they couldn't score, so he has that ability.
Anthony, Billy.
Joe, when you guys said before the season that you were going to, counting heavily on bounce-back guys to, produce a lot of offense, a lot of people around the game scoffed at that idea and said there's no way that could happen. How do you look at that now, that these guys have delivered?
Well, I think that when you're around guys on a daily basis, in a yearly basis, you know what's inside of them, and you know how hungry they are, and you know how hard they work, and I think that's why we felt pretty good that guys could have some bounce-back years and be really productive for us if they stayed healthy. And, knock on wood, they have, and that's been a big part of it. I think when you get older, there's always that question, is it age or is it, injuries or what is it? And I think people are going to be hesitant to say, yep, he's going to have a bounce-back year. But that's just part of getting older in the game.
Bill?
Yeah, Joe, in the 5th and the 6th, what did you see out of Nova that you liked in particular?
Well, he just made the big pitches when he had to. Manny Machado's an outstanding hitter, and to be able to do what he did, he made the big pitches when he had to. I left him in there for the 6th to face some pretty tough left-handed hitters, and he did a good job.
What about his stuff looked better to you in those 2 ends?
I thought he located his fastball better.
Mark?
So at this time of year, obviously, there's a lot of talk trade deadline and who's going to acquire what, and do you guys need a starter? When you think of what CeCe's done the last couple times out, what Nova's able to do tonight, does that start calming any concerns or maybe about the rotation? Does it make you feel better about your rotation as a whole?
I do feel better about our rotation. And obviously there's going to be a ton of discussion over the next 9 or 10 days. I think next Friday is the day. I think I heard. I don't even know what the date is today, but the big thing for the players is just block it out. Go do what you do. We've got to this point with the guys in this room, and let's continue to fight.
Dan?
Are we late enough in the season where you start to look at where you are in the standings and how you're playing and start thinking about really getting a stranglehold, I guess, of this division?
Well, there's still a lot of games to be played, and you still play teams in your division a lot. But as I said, these are important series because it gives you an opportunity to put some distance between you and the clubs in your division, and you don't have to rely on other people. But there's still a ton of games to be played.
All the way in the back, standing up, Joe.
Real quick, Joe, another one-run victory, but there were 3 great defensive plays. Stephen Drew made a couple, and, of course, Headley made one of them. Could you just talk about those 3 crucial plays and how they could have led to more runs for Baltimore?
Well, I think when you're in close games, those defensive plays that you're able to make that are really tough plays, a lot of times are the reason you win the game. And it could happen in the 2nd inning, the 3rd inning, where people kind of forget about it. But they lead to less pitches for your starter, needing less from your bullpen, less base runners, and it makes a big difference.